Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another casted game of Age of Empires 4. And we've got another Beastie versus Casper game for you today. Casper going to be playing the Marlians. Beastie going to be playing as the Abbasid. Now, we actually saw Beastie play the Abbasid in the last casted game on the channel. And he went for the trade wing. And we are on the same map, we're on the pit. So, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this out of Beastie once again. But he's up against Casper. And Casper's known for his early aggression, and playing as the Marlians here, their current meta is very H2 focused with the arch composition that they've got going, with the warrior scouts and the sofas. It's such a good composition to counter trade. So maybe Beastie looks to not go for the trade wing in this game. Instead, it looks to focus on maybe the economic wing, maybe even the military wing, or maybe we see a fast castle with the culture wing. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to this one with Casper, with the early aggression that he could possibly put on. Because Marlians, their first castle, I mean, we don't see it a lot anymore, and it's mainly due to the Farimba nerfs. The Farimba was the thing that made the Marlian fast castle so potent, but it's really not a thing anymore. With the Musofadi nerfs, with the Farimba nerfs, so. But you know what we could see from Casper is trade of his own. I mean, we talk about Beastie possibly trading, as he's got the trade wing with the Abbasid, but Casper also has the opportunity to trade with Saharan Trade Network. Great trade for him as well, so it really could be anything this game. But Casper going for 5 houses here, still chopping wood, so he's going to be adding in a couple more. So going for the 7 houses here. This is something we've been seeing a lot of. Lots of houses in the Dark Age for the Marlians. These have been buffed in the most recent patch, which, I mean, it's got to be a few weeks ago now. I've got to stop calling it a recent patch. But anyway, yeah, they did get buffed, so a little bit more HP on these guys. Does mean they can survive the early attacks, though the Abbasid dynasty aren't known for their early aggression. So, I mean, Casper can safely rely on these guys being safe for at least a little while. Means you can get in that extra little bit of passive gold. But trade wing going to be coming in now from Beastie. As we did suspect, it is going to be the trade wing. So, going to be immediately rallying those out there. You get the 3 free traders from this landmark. And then I'm sure we'll be sending a villager soon over to build that market on the southern side of the map. Casper's still a little bit away from aging up. We see he's got the gold for it. It's lacking a little bit on the food. So he's going to be aging up a little bit slower than Beastie. But obviously you've got a lot more. You've invested a lot more into houses here around the pit mine, which will pay off. So it's definitely worth grabbing those houses. Beastie. Still on the gold. Looks like he's going to be going for that wheelbarrow in transition. Let's see if he grabs it. There it is. Wheelbarrow in transition. So it's basically the same as we saw him do last game. I'm going to be really curious to see what Casper can do to counter this. So it's going to be going with a Mansa Quarry. It'd be really cool to see someone go for a Saharan Trade Network, maybe on a market. I feel like it wouldn't work quite as well as maybe the Barbican. I mean, the reason the Barbican's so strong in positions like on a market is because, I mean, it can be built a lot cheaper, so you don't need to send out as many vills. It can be built a lot quicker. And also, you can still have your other landmark of choice, which you'll build anyway because of Song Dynasty. Whereas for other civilizations like the Marlians, you know, you're not going to be able to build the Mansa Quarry. You're going to have to send a lot of villagers out here to build the Saharan Trade Network. So that's usually why we don't see it as much, if anything at all. But hopefully one day we'll see some sort of crazy Saharan Trade Network. I mean, it could possibly work if you look to then trade yourself. You know, imagine setting up some markets in this corner and trading with the Saharan Trade Network there. Could be pretty cool. But Beastie's going to be aging up now. We see he's sent out that villager. The 3 traders are on their way. And you got to remember, Casper, he also is in the next stage, and he can grab warrior scouts. And warrior scouts, I feel like it's going to be the perfect counter here to traders. For at least the time being, Beastie doesn't have any production down for the time being. Let's see, okay, so here it is. Casper's going to be dropping down that stable. I think we're going to be seeing the mass warrior scouts in H2 here. I mean, we've been seeing it everywhere. We've been seeing it for professional scouts. And I think it would just make sense in this position when you're up against traders to go for scouts. And there it is. Warrior scout's going to be coming in with another scout queue behind it. So that scout going to be focusing down the villager. Still, regular scout only got the one attack. It looks like BC's wanting to do a little bit of walling here. That market is up. Let's have a see how much trade he gets. 149 gold and 37 food. Very decent. But Warrior Scout is now through for Casper, and that means that villager is going to be going down. We see how much damage it does there. It's a nice pick by Casper right there. Beastie does still have the economic lead because of those 3 traders, but we see there Casper's second scout's out and going to be pushing those traders back. So some nice idle time here for Casper already. The payback for the Warrior Scouts has already paid off as the traders return back to the market. And you got to remember, these guys have been buffed in the patch as well. So they now regenerate super, super quickly. Double the rate that they were before. And we just see, look. I mean, they were fighting up against spears. And now, look, they're basically up to full HP again. And it seems like Casper's just going to be massing these up. And it makes so much sense. These guys have so much movement speed. Like 1.88 tiles of movement speed. They can just outrun the spears. And they can just target down these traders. So it seems like for the time being, Beastie isn't looking to add in any more traders. In saying that, he's just dropped down a market on that neutral site. Villager is going to get picked off though. 7 damage on each of these scouts means this villager is going to be going down extremely quickly. Really nice picks here for Casper. 2 villagers up. Traders going to be returning back though. And they're targeted all the way over here, where Beastie's also training some traders here. And this is where Casper, let's see what his micro's like. Perfect micro. Oh, needs to be careful on that one though. And we see he's just dealing as much damage as he can and then pulls them back because these guys regenerate so damn quickly. He can afford it because Beastie's not going to be able to heal up this spearman. I think those warrior scouts just did no damage to the villager. I think that was a little bit of a bug right there. But we see the scouts, look, these two are full HP. And this one's almost there. Warrior scouts are just so good in the current meta for the Marlians. Another villager is over here though. Beastie needs to be careful about losing another one. But the market is up, which means traders can start to be trained. We'll keep an eye on Casper's perspective. We can see he can see the villager, he can see the trader. But Beastie's already reacted in time, or with the spearman. We see action on the south here as well. More warrior scouts going to be able to take out that trader. Only 29 a trip for that one for some reason. But Beastie's going to be able to... Oh, I apologize for the overlay right there. But we see here, Casper's still finding great value here. Taking out one trader. Needs to be careful of his warrior scouts. Those spearmen going to be heading in. Is this where we start to see archers being added in from Casper? No, but we see a second town center. And he's still got his Manticore set to stone. So it could even be a third town center. Certainly an interesting choice. I feel like archers here could be so good though. I mean, just a couple archers in here over by the markets, denying the spearmen to engage onto the scouts. I mean, you'd be completely shutting down the trade, but still, Beastie's being put under a lot of pressure here on the berries by that one warrior scout. Casper's up to 6 warrior scouts, adding in a sofa now. Beastie's up to 9 spearmen. Going to be dropping down another stable, as well as another barrack, sorry, as well as a stable. So looking to produce some horsemen now, just to keep up with the warrior scouts. Warrior scouts able to get another pick off there. But to be honest, these traders, believe it or not, traders are cheaper than these scouts. I mean, it's crazy to believe, but these cost 80 and these cost 90. So you still got to think about it like that. And these traders, they pay off so damn well. Look at that, like 180 resources for one trip. And BC, of course, is doing the market trick right here. So 4 markets by the neutral site. He's going to be able to pay off for his traders very, very quickly. And he's still looking in a decent position. Casper is now looking to add in some Donzos. So going double barracks, triple barracks. Wow. Okay, definitely an interesting choice right there. Going for Donzo instead of archers. This is not what we usually see. Usually it's the warrior scout plus sofa and then some archers in there as well. We don't usually see the Donzo. But Casper's he's doubling down on it, and he's going to be adding archery rangers in now as well. So going to be going triple unit composition today. But Casper's still putting on the pressure here. Beastie's spearman numbers looking very good though. He's up to 18. Still got 4 in the queue, as well as a couple horsemen out on the field. He's done a good job walling up as well. We take a look at his perspective. We can see he's got a lot of map vision right now. Securing up the map, just buying as much time as possible to wall everything up, because as soon as he gets one more wall across here, he's going to have free trade, and free trade is something that Casper cannot let happen. He needs to keep the pressure up. Villager did go down here for Beastie. Boar gonna get in on the action here. Doing quite a bit of damage to Beastie's army. Sofa gonna be running in as well. Boar gonna be turning on to Casper now. Fresh foodstuffs through for Beastie. Now, interestingly, fresh foodstuffs, as it was moved to the town center and only gives 35% discount, it's actually not worth grabbing if you're on one town center. Age of Noob taught me that one. But to be fair, I mean, if you're lacking food in base, it's still worth grabbing, because you're still saving food. But the villager that you've lost out on, if it has access to food, you'll be more beneficial just trading another villager instead of grabbing fresh foodstuffs. So it's certainly one to think about. But I mean, Beastie, it looks like he might be struggling a little bit on food soon. I mean, saying that, he's got quite a few berries and deer over here. But I mean, it's really not a big deal. Fresh foodstuff's always nice to grab anyway. Especially if he looks to go for a second town center later on. Nice little passageway here for Beastie. Going to be walling that one up, making sure Casper can't get through. But the mass for Beastie looking quite strong now. He's up to 22 spears and 6 horsemen. The mass of Donzo also looking strong for Casper. He's also got lots of archers in there. Casper probably has the superior economy right now. Beastie might want to add in some archery. Yeah, he's doing that now. Double archery range coming through from him. Going to be adding in some archers, I would suspect. So it seems like Casper's sort of holding back for the time being when it comes to putting the pressure onto the trade. He's just holding back here, gaining up his mass. Still trying a bit of everything here. Got a few sofas in the queue, a few Donzo, lots of archers. Archers is definitely what he's going to need here. Casper going to be moving around again with his cavalry mass, but we just see how much these traders bring in. It's absolutely crazy. And Beastie's trading number is looking really, really decent right now. Let's have a look, see how many he's got. Where do I need to look? Here it is. Here it is. Okay, 27. That's a pretty huge amount. And with that, he's going to be going up to the castle age. Beastie looking to clean up those warrior scouts. But Casper's army looking pretty decent right now. And he's got so much production behind this, constantly queuing up more units. He's going to be going in for a bit of a push. Beastie Cutie going to be walling this up, though. Going to be walling in the trade. He's got a nice defensive position right here. Little bit of a gap here, though. Casper, he can just run straight through here. This could be terrible for Beastie. Look at all the traders that are in here. He's still going to castle age behind this, but this could be the damage that Casper needs to come back into this. Donzo going to be focusing down the traders right there. Plenty of archers here to deal with the spearmen. Needs to use the Donzo as a front line, though. Needs to make sure that the horsemen cannot engage onto the archers. Archers need to be focusing down the spears. Horsemen going to be wrapping around the back for Beastie. No blacksmith upgrades in for either player here. Beastie Cutie, he's got more reinforcements on the back line. Going to be cleaning up any reinforcements coming in from Casper. Casper's done a lot of damage to the trade. But is it enough? We see Casper and Beastie on relatively the same economy. And it looks like a very even trade right here. Maybe slightly better for Beastie, as Casper's army's just being cleaned up right now. Casper needed to take the better fight because this trade is just going to be unstoppable otherwise. Casper gonna have to pull back, and behind this, the age up comes through from Beastie. The culture wing is through, and the trade continues. Still so much income coming through for Beastie. Have a look at all the gold that he's got saved up. As soon as preservation of knowledge is through, he can grab all the upgrades. But he says, I'm not waiting for preservation of knowledge. I'm just going to grab all the upgrades now. And he can afford to do so with all of that gold in the bank. He can definitely afford to do so. And he's got so many more traders about to hit the market. All those veterancy upgrades coming in. Still got so many units in the queue. And I mean, despite Casper doing so well with his early aggression. His early aggression was so good onto the trade, but trade just seems so powerful for the Abbasid dynasties. It's absolutely crazy. And now Beastie's going to be dropping down that blacksmith. I wouldn't be surprised to see a second one come out from him. And now Casper's pulling 10 villagers. What is going on here? Where is he looking to place this down? He's going for tall outposts over here. But I don't think he's going to be able to get these up. I mean, he just doesn't have a big enough mass. Elite veterancy upgrades coming in from Beastie, but Casper's going to call the GG. Abbasid trade just looking so damn good at the moment. Well, if you did enjoy this game, please do feel free to leave a like. Let me know what you think of trade in the comments, because I think it's a little bit overpowered if you ask me. So leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.